Radical. Radical. Radical.
Hey, is anyone else getting these half-naked women in their comment sections? This one is called Sanaya Lynn. Hi, guys. Yeah. Oh, I can't show this. I tell you what, if this is the new Trap Town scam to get people's attention, hey, that might actually work, I'm going to be responding to somebody tonight. I didn't have anything special planned. I literally got home. I'm going through my comments. I'm like, well, I choose you, Pikachu. CMRetro Gaming. I think Dan from Rebel Gaming Club said it best. People that are new to the gaming community are being groomed to have a Patreon. It really accomplishes two things. It normalizes the behavior. The theory is that if the larger channels are doing it, it must be okay. Secondly, it continues to divide the community by creating an us versus them mentality. These smaller channels that are groomed to think this behavior is okay will obviously side with their idols who have Patreon and thus increase their numbers further, ingraining that e-begging is just an acceptable form of doing business on the platform. And there was a response to that from Neo Turbo Maniac saying, the herd mentality on YouTube is really harmful for both large and small channels. Yeah, that mentality that is okay. As far as the grooming, you would see it more than I do, CMRetro Gaming, because I think not only have you been on the platform longer, so you can tell us more about the original days of YouTube, but you deal with more in detail like the gaming community. Whereas from time to time, I bounce over here. I might talk about gaming stuff. I might talk about wrestling stuff. I might talk about TV, But you focus more specifically on the gaming community. And you mentioned also Dan from Rebel Gaming Club. He said actually the new ones are groomed to have a Patreon. See, the smaller specific gaming channels, they would see it more. So if you're a smaller channel, let me know in the comment section down below if a bigger channel has ever mentioned Patreon or tried to groom you to join Patreon. You say it accomplishes two things. It normalizes the behavior and it creates a us versus them mentality. As far as normalizing the behavior, that's the original goal. I mean, here we are in 2020, and even 5 years ago, half a decade, a lot of channels did not have a Patreon. A lot of people were against the idea of Patreon. A lot of people would comment and be like, really? You're going to be an e-beggar too? As the years go on, it seems like that the stain of that has slowly went away because it's become normalized, and that's the wrong fucking direction. That's the wrong fucking direction. It's about the business. When a smaller channel evolves and goes through, smaller channel, when you start out, it's about you have a passion. You have a passion for a hobby. Could be, maybe you have a wrestling channel, maybe you have a gaming channel, maybe you have an anime channel. But you want people to interact with, you want people to see your videos. And for the most part, I don't think anybody really just starts out on YouTube saying to themselves, I just want to be a business. I just want to be a business. I want to replace my job and I just want to be a business. Let's say you start to, your channel starts to catch on. Well, what happens is you see a lot of these bigger channels, they start to wrap their arms around it, and you can see it in the comment section. Oh, you can see it in the comment section. I've seen a lot of channels that seem to grow and grow and grow. And it's almost like they're accepted into a club. Not a gaming club. No. It's a certain club. It's the Patreon club. It's hard to explain exactly the process, but if you really pay attention, you can see it. It's about protecting the business in retro gaming. It's about protecting the business, even though it seems to a lot of people that it might be wrong. It might feel wrong to have a Patreon if you're just uploading YouTube hobby videos. It might feel wrong to take and accept donations. It might feel wrong to print out t-shirts about a museum that really is never going to happen. It might feel wrong to accept over $100,000 for a hobby movie that you're making. These things a decade ago would get you blackballed. These things 10 years ago on YouTube would not. I mean, you couldn't try this shit a decade ago, but now it's become more normalized. But it's not just on YouTube. It's just like really the culture, the, give me free shit culture. You can call it the give me free shit culture. It seems like everybody just wants a fucking handout. And that, of course, makes its way to YouTube. I have an issue with it. I have a problem with it. You know why? Mostly because I got pride. I'm a prideful person. I don't accept charity. I don't accept donations. I say to that, hey, give anything, any thought people have of donating money to me because they like my uploads. No. Take that, donate it to St. Jude's. Take that, donate it to someone really needy. A needy family, someone needy. It doesn't matter now. I'm at, over 5,000 subscribers. It wouldn't matter if I'm 10, 20, 30, 100,000. Wouldn't matter. Okay, we just, talked about Dreamcast Guy. He talked about how, he has a chair he's been sitting in, $5 chair he's had for 7 years. He sleeps on the floor. Now, the more I think about it, I think it's to make people think that he needs money more than anyone else. He needs charity, or at least put that kind of idea out there. Why is it Angry Joe of all people? Angry Joe. And I just couldn't get over this. You look at what he fucking makes. Check out the stats on what he makes, right? Why the fuck is Angry Joe bringing out a Patreon? And why is that just so fucking accepted? Angry goddamn Joe. CMRetro Gaming. Answer me this. Back in, when he was at Blistered Thumbs or like 2010, 2011, right? Do you think that Angry Joe, do you think that one would feel just perfectly okay with a Patreon? But why now? I wonder, did a lot of his buddies kind of, try to push him towards Patreon? Right? I don't know. Was it just him, or is it just like this mentality that everyone else is doing it, we're all doing it, so why don't you?